AITA for telling my boyfriend he has a small penis? I know the title itself makes me sound awful, but hear me out. I've been with my boyfriend for 7 months and he's small down there. Like 4 inches give or take. He constantly asks me if it's big enough, if I can feel it. And I always reassure him and tell him he's fine. I tell him I'm not with him for his penis and he has nothing to worry about. However, the last few days he got increasingly agitated and kept asking me if I was lying, if he's too small, and wouldn't take your fine or your average or I don't care how big it is for an answer. I told him to stop pestering me, but this went on for a few more days until I snapped and told him he's below average, but he has nothing to worry about. Obviously he didn't take it well. I don't lie to him and say it's big. I say he's average, has nothing to worry about, etc. NTA. Sounds like you were truthful. The truth sometimes hurts. He can't help it. And you know that. You like the guy for other reasons and you've told him it doesn't matter, that it's fine and he has nothing to worry about. If he worries about it, it's on him. But try to be understanding about his insecurities, because that is a truly troubling subject to a lot of men. I feel like it's worth noting that for some people, having a partner with a small dick isn't a drawback, and they might actually prefer it in a partner. Different levels of penetration can feel completely different. And some people like more shallow thrusts a lot better, or even find deeper ones painful. Not saying you necessarily meant to imply otherwise. It's just that part of your comment gave me that impression. NTA. Dude is picking fights. Yeah. He wanted her to tell him how much she loves it, how much better it is than every other ones she's had, etc. He's looking for reassurance. NTA. You are not responsible for his insecurities. He will have to learn to live with and accept his penis. There is nothing to be gained by you lying to him. NTA. The part where it's fine with you is the important part here. NTA. He shoulder laid off after first 2 times. Dude got serious insecurity issues. IKR. I bet he has a small penis. NTA. He sounds super insecure. Tell him that you have no reason to lie to him and that he's being ridiculous. Also, he kept asking, so he can't be offended that you told him he had a small dick. Yeah. This is like when a chick is putting on weight and keeps asking if she is fat. Now, it sounds like he knows it is below average size, but that awareness is causing him to self-sabotage. You've done your best to make him feel comfortable and confident. I recommend just continuing to be honest with him. Give him a look. You are relatively small when compared with your peers. That is a statistical motherfucking fact. But get over yourself. Because I'm here with you despite that. You are a wonderful person who cares about my pleasure and that's enough for me. If it is not enough for you, then go out and find what you are looking for. This dude on Reddit named Maca Explosion has offered to forward you an advertisement from his spam folder that will make you larger down there if that is what you so desire. Balls in your court. Baby. You are relatively small when compared with your peers. I feel like there should be a better way to phrase that. NTA. He is definitely an asshole though. He pushed you to say what you did out of his insecurities. He probably already knows he is below average. A Google search will tell him that. So getting mad at you for being honest is a little ridiculous. NTA. Dude just needs to accept that you like him and his 4 inches. He's just playing on his own insecurity there. Why do you hate your toe? NTA. He kept pressuring you. He's the asshole here. He knows it's small. You know it's small. He just wanted to hear the truth and now wants to play victim. He was literally asking for it. NTA. NTA. And don't be surprised if he dumps you soon due to telling him what he wanted to hear / the truth. Because he's that effing insecure and nitpicky. But if she ends it before he does, because his insecurity has made him unpleasant, he'll blame her for shallowness and lying. She can't win whatever she does. NTA. Don't be surprised when you ask the same question 30 times looking for a specific answer. When you finally get that answer. NTA. Exactly. Push and push and push until you get the response you wanted. So you can then be mad about the response you got. Ridiculous. NTA. But as a woman I can get how I'm not with you for your penis could not give him a sense of closure. Because the implication to an insecure person is that if you did want to be with someone for their penis, you wouldn't be with him. And who knows? Maybe he's one of those guys who fetishizes having a small dick, but he doesn't know how to cope with it. NTA. The only guy I dated that had a small penis did this all the fucking time. He annoyed me for 7 months. Is your BF named Keith? Lol. And would cry all the time too because he knew I was lying and that he knew I was gonna cheat on him with a guy who had a big dick. It honestly got to the point where he would start doing weird shit with his dick. Such as pushing it inside itself and made it look like a button. Somehow he thought this would help his self-esteem. Just end it. He's never gonna let you be content with it. Bro, do you live in FL? This sounds exactly like my ex named Keith lol. Definitely NTA. But I feel like his size isn't actually the thing he's worried about. More about his general adequacy. If Op is interested in helping the BF get over his insecurities, it might be best to ask him, do you really get the sense I'm not pleased with you sexually? Have I honestly given you the impression that I don't love how we get down? However you wanna put it. That kind of question more often than not turns a mirror to the guy and helps someone realize, oh, I'm being too insecure. $10 he'd whip around and go, sorry I kept pestering you. That was way extra. It's just I feel like etc you'll do that convo a bunch of times in your relationship. But if he does the work, each time he'll walk away more confident. And you'll walk away feeling more heard and respected. And you'll both be closer. That's a big if though. It's really not her job to be his therapist and take his abuse until some golden day when he gets over his insecurity. As a member of the Tiny Wiener Club, I can see where he's coming from, but I don't push that hard with my wife. She tells me the same kind of stuff. Even though I'm not well endowed, it's enough to give me some reassurance. NTA Buhut. He may just be doing a straight up measurement of his penis. It's a little more complicated than that. According to Randy Marsh in South Park, there's actually an adjusted penis size formula he can plug his dimensions into to get his TMI. It's done like so. To calculate your adjusted penis size, or TMI, use the following formula. LD plus W/G/A2 length times diameter plus weight over girth divided by angle of the tip squared. For instance, Randy Marsh has a penis that is 4.4 inches in length. Its angle is 32 degrees. Its flaccid girth is 1 inch in diameter. His balls are 7 centimeters from the base. Randy notes that the drift of his penis is 4 centimeters to penis right and its dead weight is 4.5 kilograms. Therefore, Randy's adjusted penis size is 6.3 inches, which is above average. Your BF could actually be looking at 5.5 plus, which is very respectable. This comment needs to move way on up. Info. He constantly asks me if it's big enough, if I can feel it. And I always reassure him and tell him he's fine. But is it actually fine? Because he might be picking up on nonverbal cues that you really aren't happy about the dick situation. Fine isn't exactly an endorsement. Fine was the word I used to describe the Ant-Man and Wasp movie. Looks like he wasn't going to take any other answer from you. NTA. If 4 inches is small, my wife is one hell of a liar. Name doesn't check out. NTA. This is something I don't get when someone constantly calls your attention to a trait that they are insecure about. Penis size, breast size, weight, hair loss, whatever. I've never known the right way to respond. I feel like if I'm not complaining or being critical, then why are they always pointing it out? Do they want me to actually agree with them and say yeah, you have a small dick or a flat chest, or you sure are fat. Because I'd never say those things to Simona, but they are asking me to. So no, I don't think you're an asshole for responding to your boyfriend's attempts to get you to say exactly what you said. And I'm just as confused as you about the psychology behind it. I had a really similar situation with a boyfriend who was overweight and had man boobs. It ended up with him pouting and sulking for a couple days before I gave up on trying to pamper his ego and ditched him. He constantly went on about his weight and made self-deprecating comments while at the same time dieting so stupidly that it was not surprising he was fat. He would go for a run, then snuff down a dozen cupcakes. Then the next day spent 20 minutes carefully cutting the fat off his bacon before snacking on muffins. And eventually it got too much. I was really trying to say that I really liked him even with man boobs. But the minute I said man boobs, it was over. I hear he's still fat. Grouchy and depressing. Dodged a bullet there. He was also kind of a douche, judged me for having partners before him. That sort of thing. So no. You're NTA. And you might want to just move on. NTA, if he didn't want the truth, he shouldn't have pestered you for it. But you should tell him the rest of the truth. There is a such this as a penis that is too big. You can check in with the girls on /r/Bad Women's Anatomy if you've never personally been with one. That shit hurts. The truth is, porn is not real. Not everyone wants a guy hung like a horse. There are positions you can't do with a horse dick. 4 inches is a good size because you can get creative in the sack without hurting a person. 4 inches is nothing to be sad about. Personally, I've been with guys from thumb size up to 6 inches. The next time I'm talking to a guy and he whips out a 6-inch cock, he's going to be lucky to get a blowjob. The next tiny guy is going to hear, oh, let's get creative. If you enjoyed this video, then hit the like button and subscribe if you'd like to see more future videos.